Maybe that's why I'm saying maybe I will take some boobs to have a proper balance in my body because he doesn't have balance.
Boobs are not for balance. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Kicks and Curb podcast, a podcast that unites checkered flags and offside flags. This is the Purple Derby edition. It's just me and Neil today. We're doing a quick recap of what happened in game week 16. Was this 16?
16, yeah.
Yeah. So, this game week had Liverpool Fulham that we will talk about. It had Arsenal Everton that we will laugh about. Chelsea Brentford that I will stress about, and Manchester Derby that do you feel anything about the Manchester Derby?
Yeah, we're happy City lost.
They're losing
Yeah. But
anyway.
we'll talk about Ahmad.
Okay, fine. We'll talk about him also. So let's start backwards.
Hmm.
We'll
The
We'll
City
start
Derby.
with the Manchester Derby.
Yeah, the game was boring AF.
The game was only like we should have just started watching from 80th minute.
Yeah,
That is when all the goal scoring happened.
Bruno missed a sitter
I mean,
before that. City scored from a deflected cross, which Onana should have done better about it.
which we say every week. Like, when do we
The
not
thing is
say
that
it?
Onana started really well this season. Now he is turning back into his original
Without
colors.
context, he has the most number of clean sheets in the league
That's
this
what he
season.
started well. He's coming back to his own now. Last week that Nottingham Forest goal.
Oh,
Oh,
goals.
yeah, goal. And today the header of Guardiola was not even right or left corner. It was just a bit leftwards of middle, right? He didn't even move.
Move, but he does become like petrified when he sees the ball coming towards him. Odd
Yeah.
choice of goalkeeper, that is what they needed instead of De Gea. Like De Gea is he's too efficient, stops penalties and whatnot.
Yeah.
Can't have that.
Just not a good passer.
Yeah. Onana passes the ball into the goal. Lets the ball pass.
Yep. Then it was totally the Ahmad Diallo show. A round of applause for that young kid. Round of snaps, yeah. He played an amazing game. He took the game into the fullbacks. Man City's Nunez is the worst player I've seen playing for Man City, man. Oh my God.
But isn't he the second coming of whoever the best fullback we had
Cancelo.
at that position?
João Cancelo. And like the first goal, the penalty was so needless. Like,
It's a very Spurs move. How you got your second penalty against Spurs.
yeah,
When Palmer was going away from the goal.
like the goalkeeper has like Edison has covered his angles. He has closed him down. He might have taken a shot, might have gone in, might have not. But he has closed down the angles. Out of nowhere, Nunez comes and tackles him.
Inside the
Exactly, it's like a for sure penalty. Bruno's celebration was really weird. I don't know what was he trying to say. It was really weird.
I don't know. I feel weird doing it because I have boobs. Maybe that's
Yeah,
what a celebration of.
maybe that's why I'm saying maybe I will take some boobs to have a proper balance in my body because he doesn't have balance.
Could be. Boobs are not for balance.
Then the second goal, again, Edison was nowhere near it. Why did he try to come? But a wonderful finish by Amad Diallo. I had him in my fantasy team, but I removed him for this game.
Oh.
But that's that. Man City have lost
11 games now?
no
12.
8 games, 9 games out of 11 games.
Oh, yeah.
One draw, one win.
One draw, one.
That is the worst run of games. I mean, Chelsea has had some horrendous runs. Even we were never that bad. Even when we came 12th.
Our even worst iteration of Liverpool was also never that bad.
Yeah. The worst was under Jurgen was 5 home losses in a row back in 2021.
That's only home losses, right? Like there might have it's
No,
not like
they were,
5 consecutive home Premier League losses.
yeah, no, they were not, but there were 5 home
Home
losses in a row,
losses.
which is very bad, but this is way worse. So
This like doesn't matter where we
let
are,
us
we
move
are
on
just
to,
going to lose.
yeah, let us move on to Arsenal Everton now. Is there
Thank
any?
you. Our
We didn't
voices
watch.
like neighbors.
Yes.
Thank you.
We didn't watch the game.
Of course we didn't.
We didn't watch the highlights.
Of course we
We
did.
just watched AFTV.
Yes.
So we know what all happened. Odegaard. We actually did watch the highlights. Odegaard missed those chances.
Did we?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
yeah, we did. Odegaard missed those chances in the first half. He was not on his game, and people were getting too hard on him. It's okay. People can have bad games. But that's the thing. He's the only one who creates chances. If he doesn't work or Saka doesn't work, they don't have anything. Anyone else.
Yeah.
Kai Havertz leading the line is a joke.
Yoke.
Like, he doesn't have the strength. He doesn't make those runs. He can hold
Holding
up the
his hand
ball
up.
sometimes. And that game, like, they were supposedly okay in the first half. Second half was awful, according to their die-hard fans. Many of them whom have turned to Arteta out again.
No, but like, okay, so we watched everything on like AFTV, and there was one gentleman who was like, who was questioning all these, supposed Arsenal fans who are like, oh, it was a bad day, this, that, but they're still not Arteta out. You remember that one guy who was actually,
Curtis only, no?
and no, not Curtis, it was another guy.
Acha, the cab guy
Yeah. So
who had a funny voice.
yeah, and who so like the question that is asked to a lot of these Arsenal fans is that, oh, if you want Arteta out, who will you put in place of him? There is literally no one.
Oh my God, that question is so annoying. They are trying to, it's like if I any have a better analogy, like why America selected Trump, that's why they
Yeah,
selected Arteta.
exactly.
Who else?
Who else?
Yeah, let's go for the
I
worst
mean,
option
yeah.
then.
Let's just stick
Dude,
with
just
this.
give the manager's job to the set piece coach. He'll do better.
He'll do. I could do better, but like realistically, I don't understand how Arsenal fans are okay with me. That is their problem. They compare themselves. Oh well, at least we are doing better than Spurs. Well, yeah, Spurs haven't won in 60 years. That's why they are Spurs.
Yeah.
Everybody laughs at them. They still have the ability to laugh at themselves. But like Arsenal feel like they are like, and like just right now we watched that Mark Goldbridge video where he was defending Arsenal that they have apparently overachieved, uh and that's why there's this false narrative of a pressure. And I'm like, no, it's not.
He also agreed they're just a mediocre club.
Yeah, I mean, but
They have
then
overachieved for the last 2 seasons. Now they are back to where they should be. That's what he said. And yeah, I tend to agree
of course,
because other than Saka and Odegaard and maybe Saliba and maybe Rice, they have no one like who
but
will.
yeah, I think that is the problem. Like none of those players are theory only on real levels. That I mean, I'm sure TT also had like other players with him,
Yep.
but like he is the highlight. And then I think it was Vieira, right, in Arsenal. But like, who else was like this shine. Like, we talk about United players in Sir Alex's era. It's like star-studded cast of like Rooney, Ferdinand, Vidic, Beckham, Ronaldo, like so many. But Arsenal, the only player I ever hear about is TT, and then it's Vieira.
No.
That's
They were the two standouts.
But they were still able to like win a league for them. Or
So you know what? Arsenal has become one third Spurs. You know how?
how?
Spurs have not won for 60 years. They have won 20 years.
20 years, yeah. Yeah. And the funniest thing is Arteta, when asked about trophies,
Let's count the charity shield also. Oh my
oh
God.
no, his name is Charity in it. How can you count it?
He's just pathetic.
The bottom line is, see, Mikel Arteta is a Pep disciple. He learned it from Pep. To beat Pep, you cannot try to beat him as at his own game. It's just not possible. If Arteta has learned, let's say, everything from Pep, and if he tries to place those tactics against Pep, oh, well, he is the teacher, he is the originator. He will know how to beat those things.
Yep. So
It's
that's why
even the
he
only
has
reason.
abandoned that altogether.
And now
And he's
he's
like
going for like
Stoke City, only corners.
Stoke
Set
City.
pieces.
He's just like he's building a wall. He's literally Trump. He's like, I'll build a wall in my corners. I'll build a wall. They just crowd everybody. And like it is possible to defend against their corners because, in case you don't remember, they did not score in our game from corners. They did not score in your game from corners. So I will not take the Manchester United example and be like, nah. Because if they were actually good at corners also, they would have scored in the Everton game. They got like six-ish corners in like
Yeah,
6 to 8.
eight corners.
Yeah. 8 chances, like I mean,
Dude, like Sean Dyche is the headmaster of corners, like
exactly.
defending
Like
set pieces.
you cannot try to beat a team by being like, oh, this is how you play. We are going to play the same tactics and we'll try and play better than you, and then we'll try. That shit just does not work. That is the reason Liverpool has a Premier League in the era of Manchester City dominations because Jurgen Klopp never played the Pep style. It was always we just keep attacking, attacking, attacking. Just attack. Just keep on attacking. And Pep can be like, oh, we're just gonna calm down and be our possession. We'll kill the opponent with possession. No, you cannot. And because it's like this similar approaches, they are going to that is why City and Arsenal games are so boring.
Yep. No, and the City and Arsenal games, Arteta forgets all he has learned. He's like, I'll defend. Park the
Yeah,
bus.
park the bus.
Park the double
The
decker
thing is,
bus.
park the bus, like parking the bus means you will actually not concede. Like if you know how to actually park the bus, you will not concede goals.
Like Juventus did against them.
Inter,
Sorry, Inter did against them.
Inter Milan. Yeah, they got in a goal and then they were like, we're just going to finish, and they wanted like, and Arsenal's game plan was we are just going to keep bringing in crosses and expect Kai Havertz or Gabriel Jesus to rise above those pretty hefty Inter Milan defenders, win, win an aerial duel, and have enough control that they send the shot on target, and the goalkeeper has to like not be able to save. It's just not going to work. So,
Yep.
yeah,
Let's move on to the next game. Which one do you want to discuss?
yeah, okay,
Chelsea versus Brentford. We
yeah.
played really well. Hated conceding the last like Buemo goal. It was totally like against the run of play. But Brentford did have some chances. I'll give that to them. But we defended well. Kukurea was actually amazing in this game.
But Kukurea now has a red card.
He got a useless red card for no reason. Jackson is on form. Whatever expectations we had of him last year, he's took it on
Are you in the
stride.
title race?
No,
Are you in the title race?
we're not in the title race.
second, points behind the current.
5 points, really.
I mean, it's Merseyside derby. You never know what happens in that.
Yeah, but we'll still count as 5 points.
I mean, Arsenal
Yes, we
can win against Everton, so
yes we are second. You're not us. We are second, 2 points behind right now. But it's a long season. We are not even halfway there.
We're almost halfway there. 16 games
Almost.
remaining.
Yeah, that's
There's
what.
only 3 more remaining for halfway.
Yeah, but the actual season begins after 25 games. So
Doesn't natural season begins when game week 1 begins. That's literally what the season start is.
so we'll see how our form continues until February.
Where are you going to drop points? Tell me.
The big games.
The big games are only 6 games.
Yeah.
No, so the big 6. So it'll be like, how many have you played already? You've played us.
We've
Away.
played once with everyone now. Big 6.
You've played City. You've played. No, you've not played United.
We played. It
You
was a
won?
draw, 1-1.
Oh, so you drew to United, drew to Arsenal,
Drew to
drew
Liverpool.
Liverpool, lost to City. Spurs you won.
No, Liverpool also we lost.
Oh, Liverpool also lost. Yeah.
Spurs we won. Aston Villa we won.
Uh,
So that's it. Newcastle also we won. Home.
Newcastle away is going to be difficult. But like, it's not like we won't drop any more points.
Yep. You will, but that's the thing. It all depends on how we play and how you play. So maybe if we can keep this run going, that is the only way I see us challenging. But it is. Mhm.
Do it.
Yep. Let's see how it goes down this weekend. And like our game was amazing. It was like attack after attack after attack. We have become really fluid with the positional sense. Caicedo has been amazing. And that's what helping us. He's everywhere. He's like second coming of Kante as of now. I'm not saying he's as good as Kante.
He's here. He's there.
He's every fucking where. Kante. Kante. But yeah, we had a good game. Caicedo is amazing. He tackles, slides, and gets the ball every single time. It's amazing to watch. And then he starts the attacks as well. Enzo Fernandez has been playing really well after his divorce. There is no connection to that, but
Better not say that.
of course not. But who knows about his personal life? He's just been
Do you want to become a midfielder for Chelsea?
anytime, but not divorcing. Caicedo hasn't divorced anyone. Lavia,
His left is right.
no. Enzo has left.
Enzo, yeah. So, do you want to become the next Enzo Francis?
No, never.
Okay,
Mhm.
good. We want to talk about us now.
Yep. Do you think Liverpool should have won it?
Yeah, that last scramble, I was just thinking, I was like, why is Salah not calling for the ball? Then I was like, if he calls for the ball, then
People will
people
hear.
will storm it. But then I'm like, just make some noise, man. Either they're going to come on you and they're going to actually free up the person they are actually trying to defend, whoever has the ball, because like it's like Darwin, it's Jota, it's Diaz, it's Salah, all of them standing there. Even Virgil van Dijk is there. So I'm like, they're already like, just make some noise. They would at least have to have two people on Salah, and it leaves one person. And they're, except for Darwin Nunes, I think all of them are clinical enough to finish that. So
A minor blip. 2 games in a row you have drawn.
yeah,
4 points lost.
yeah,
The lead looks like before the lead was what,
13 points at one point, right?
13 points. And then like if you count us, our game also, so 4-4. I mean 2-2,
Mm.
4, 2,
And we
6,
haven't played one
6, 3,
game.
9 points. We had a 9 point lead.
Yeah.
Now it's down to 5.
Yeah.
I mean 2 points, but 1 point for the game. But I mean, the problem is, I think so you have been hit with injuries. Konate is a big
Oh,
miss.
Liverpool never gets hit with injuries. It's always only Arsenal. Yeah.
I think so. Konate is a big miss. When he was there, your defense was,
We had more control with Konate.
yeah, and he was amazing. But I think so. Even Van Dijk, due to his age, has, I mean, he's still amazing, but he needs that surety of Konate with him to be at
Yeah,
his peak.
but I think with like with the exception of maybe let's say Joe Gomez because he's still an experienced enough center back. Like if Virgil van Dijk has Kwanzaa in that back four
He has
anyway,
to do the work of two
he has to
people.
do that work. So I think that is also another reason. And again with Semika's injury, it's like Andy again has to play so many minutes and yeah, he's an aging lad, and if he's only there for 60, he's performing well. But like the minute you ask him to play 90 every days, like it's just not possible, and we don't have enough rotation available in our back line. So, but at least in Carabao Cup, Slot played Endo at centre back, and he was really good. So maybe.
Yep. Endo.
Well, he needs to
Endo was
have to play.
surprising at center back though. It's
Yeah,
like
he was really good, but like I don't know why Slot is so against using Endo. I mean, sure, he might not be Gravenberch level, but like
he's
Grab
a bit
needs
part player.
rest.
Rotation के लिए अच्छा है.
Yeah, he should be rotated again. If like if he had been rotated in one of like either Real Madrid or Manchester City matches, Grab would have been much more fresher for the Newcastle match. Like his minutes need to be managed. Like we know how FSG is with money
Hmm.
spending, and we cannot just be counting on oh this time maybe Zubamendi says yes. I would say fuck that guy. He made
Hmm.
his choice. He is not the only. He might be a good defensive midfielder. He might be somebody that fits Arne's system very well, but look, we didn't get him in summer, and look the result of
The
it. Like
thing is,
Gravenberch has been redefined as a crazy good defensive midfielder. So I'm not saying that that is what is going to happen, but like you cannot put all your eggs in one basket.
Gravenberch has been instrumental, of
Yeah.
course.
But his again his minutes need to be managed.
I don't think so because he's still young.
He's young, but like again, like Newcastle game, he was so leggy that Slot was forced to take him off. Where we probably needed him more in the Newcastle game, but we didn't that much in Manchester City because Manchester City never grew into the game. Sure, we let them have possession, but there was never a threat. Like Haaland gets pocketed by Van Dijk easy peasy.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. That is just never going to happen. So, like, other than that, what is that threat? We were not conceding as many corners for them.
Hmm.
It wasn't like you know how Manchester City in their matches like constantly attack. We are not that team against whom they can do that. We will counter so fast. They can't keep doing that to us. So I just hope that he uses Endo also because I think as a rotation player he is really good. He has made appearances, but it's like 85th minute. And that doesn't help anybody. Like get him on 70th minute. It's not like the quality
He also
drop is
needs
going to
game
be,
time now
but
to
it's not like the
stay fit.
yeah, and it's not like the quality drop is going to be so much that you'll just concede whatever advantage we have.
Yeah.
Like if the dude played out of position yesterday as a center back and he was so good. Let him play his position, man. He's a good hardworking fellow, I think.
He
Yeah.
played well under Klopp. Like at least it was a surprise that even though you didn't get Caicedo
Yeah.
or Romeo Lavia, you got him for what, 8 million?
Yeah, he's a good and like again
Value for money.
Arne can maybe develop him as the player he wants him to be. But like just start using him, man. Like we need to like Virgil van Dijk, Gravenberch, Mo Salah are like players who need to be protected. Like they need to be kept padded.
Yeah.
We can't afford to have Konate and Virgil van Dijk injured at the same time.
Yep.
We cannot absolutely cannot afford that. So remains to be seen. Quick roundup on Carabao Cup. Today is the Hotspurs United match. I just don't even care who wins, but I'm going to watch that match because you don't know which Spurs
You're
comes,
getting
and
the good
we are
one.
playing Spurs this weekend. So I'm like, maybe it's a flip floppy situations. Like if a good Spurs turns up today, maybe we're getting the shitty one on the weekend. They
That's
have
what you hope.
one less
Are
day's
you
rest.
playing at home?
No, we're playing away. I'm going to their place. But like you guys have
Three
proven
point
to
lane.
but you've proven to us that they are not as scary as
It's just that it's a Chelsea thing. Like they can't beat Chelsea. Past 30 years, only one win.
yeah, hopefully they can't beat us also.
Yeah, last time they won, right? At the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium against Liverpool.
Did
That
they?
last minute goal you conceded.
Oh yeah, that deflection. Yeah,
Mm.
but we were down to 10 men.
Yeah, that's what. But now
Yeah.
revenge time.
Yeah, but like Slot's tactics when we went one man down, we haven't even talked about that against Fulham.
Mm.
Yeah, Arsenal, if you're listening, that is what a manager does. We came back. We were in 17th minute. We were one goal down and down to 10 men. We came back, equalized. Then we conceded one more goal. Then we came back again.
Equalized again.
And then we were again very close to getting that third one. But it just nobody saw Sarah. I'm so sad. Nobody saw him.
Yeah, I mean, you
But
should have
that's
won,
how,
man.
yeah. And like against Brighton, when Rice was sent off, they were a goal up
Yep.
and then they drew. And against Manchester City, again, they were a goal up 2-1 and then they drew the match. We went down a goal and 10 men.
Yep.
And against the Fulham side, it was like crazy resurgence. Like Robinson is.
You must get Anthony Robinson in place of
He's getting
Robertson.
old. He's already 28.
No, 26 or 27.
I mean, same difference. He'll come next year. Then
You can have him for 5 years. Andy Robertson is 32 now. So
No, he's 30. Robert is 30. There's. I don't see the point of getting a 28-year-old as a replacement for a 30-year-old. So I don't know what happens. I don't think FSG will buy anybody
Yeah,
this
seems like
January.
it. Yeah.
Just there are so many rumors and like there's just no understanding,
Concrete thing.
some concrete thing about what our targets are. But hopefully, I think we do need somebody in midfield and somebody in defense. We do need a striker, but that's maybe for the summer window, rather than this one, I think. We still have enough attack. If Nunes can just improve his contribution by like 30-40%, we have enough goals in our attack. But like defense and midfield, we need, and like I think Arne Slot will count on some academy players. But yeah, at some point you need to like start getting some players in. But let's see. I don't know if Trent is being too greedy with 350K per
Oh my God, a right back earning that much is not
it's
fair at
not.
all. Like,
To me, it's like, okay, I understand. It's his one career he's going to get. I don't think as a right back he gets that anywhere else. But even if Liverpool were to consider it, um, like just give him a year on year, like make him sign a 7-year deal. Tell him like 3 years you'll be at 200. 2 years after that you'll be at 250, and then after that you'll be like
give
have
a
those type of
progressive
things. Yeah,
plan.
they have a progressive plan and tie him down for like 7, 8, 9 years. And if he's like too much like anything, then just sell him and get some money. Like it's better than letting him walk on a free transfer. But Trent is like literally turning all Liverpool fans against him the more this plays out.
Yep,
And everybody being like, because I think the last offer Liverpool has made is around 300, just under 310K per week.
310.
And if he rejects that also,
I don't think they're going to 350 though.
yeah, he cannot be earning the same amount of money as Mo Salah.
Yeah,
He cannot.
exactly.
He cannot.
Nowadays, his goal contributions have also gone down.
It's gone so down, but again, his importance is still there because like
His importance is there.
he was the one who initiated that equalizer against Arsenal. He was the one who also I think got involved in 2 goals in the Newcastle game the minute he came on. Like within minutes, we scored 2 goals. So I get his importance, but I this contribution is not like I understand when we are in a vulnerable position, we would want to have somebody like Trent as our right back, but like the aim is to not be in those situations
Yep.
frequently. First, second, like even if that is there, I mean the thing is that we cannot make an argument that oh Connor Bradley could have had similar what do you say similar impact, or maybe if Connor Bradley was playing, since Trent has this habit of not really tracking
Yep.
back always, maybe we wouldn't be in that situation. So, like, I'm not trying to say that we already have Connor Bradley, but like 350K for a right back,
It's way too much.
too much. It's too much.
And
You
that too
cannot,
FSG.
and that too, like, you cannot expect, like, think of the precedence you're setting just because you're a scouser and a future captain that, oh, I don't care what my base salary right now is. I deserve this because you want to keep me and I can go to Real Madrid. So
Then go na, just go
I
to Real.
don't think he should be doing that. But yeah, I think the reason Liverpool want to tie him down is they don't want to lose him on a free transfer.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it remains to be seen. But yeah, that's it from this episode. What
Predictions?
predictions for Tottenham
Liverpool.
United today?
Today,
Carabao Cup. Who wins?
Man U wins.
Okay. And then
2-1.
so who draws who? So it's Liverpool, Newcastle, Arsenal, and
Arsenal should draw you so
no.
that they're out of the semi.
No, no, I want them to get to final and I want us to crush their trophy hoops in the final.
That would be fun as well.
That is so much fun. I think they should draw Newcastle. We are okay with Spurs or United.
Yep.
That would be. I mean, the thing is that there are two derbies that can happen. If Spurs win, then it's the North
North
London
London.
derby. If United win, then it's like a
Liverpool and-
Northwest
yeah.
derby. So yeah, but I think it would be way more fun if Arsenal draw Newcastle. So yeah, because if they draw Newcastle, I don't think they win.
Yeah.
So and Spurs Liverpool predictions.
Liverpool 2-1. You?
3-0.
Yeah, baby.
I think we are hungry for a win now, like a
Yep.
proper win. Been too long. Too long. So yeah, that's it from this episode. Until next game week,
Yep.
which is this weekend.
This week.
So after that. Bye.
Bye.
If you've reached till here, thank you so much for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell to always know when we post new content, and let us know your thoughts in the comments.